Okay, we will start in roughly 2.5 minutes. Okay, we shall begin now. All right, how to secure password. Okay, all right, this is physical control, meaning that not every user can access password file. Okay, what user can do, no. Okay, not every user can access the password file, only administrator or root in Linux. Okay, on top of that, the current approach is to apply hash function or of the encryption, so that the plain text password will be encrypted. So by storing in encrypted password, okay, not even system administrator can see what it is. Okay, deactivations of accounts after multiple fail login. Okay, normally 3 times, but it depends on the security policy. Okay, display the time last login. Okay, if you access some website, okay, they stated the last login. So if you are not the one who log in, so you know that someone else using your password. Okay, password policy. It means how long is the password, what are the combination of it, how frequent we need to change, and so forth. All of these will increase the security of password. Right? So smart card, like your debit card. Okay. Previously, student card also up to smart card. Okay, but the current student ID and staff ID, okay, is not. Okay, physical tamper-proof credential means every information will be stored in smart card chip. Whenever we involve smart card, it will use encryption. Right? Okay. right, this is the type of the smart card. Okay, but in general, okay, smart card has a chip. It can be contactless or contact chips or both. And every data, every information stored in smart card will be encrypted. So not in plain text, right? Okay, this is a bit about biometrics, which we will cover in detail. I think the third last topic, code. Okay, it has to behavioral, sorry, psychological and behavioral. Okay, means it use the unique characteristic of human being, whether it is physical or behavior pattern. Okay, disadvantage, non-zero probability of erroneous. Means, okay, right? If you fail to have to verify your fingerprint, that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay, to resolve the issue, okay, most of the smartphone require snap of several times after fingerprinting. So that, okay, it will increase the possibility of matching. All right, high cost and time consuming. It requires sensors. Okay, all the biometrics data will be stored in image. So it's require huge data storage. And to transmit this image across network, it takes time. Okay, impossible to revoke. All right, let's say you are using voice. If you have a sore throat, that's it. Okay, some religion and the privacy issue. Right, this might again, okay, discourage of using biometrics. Okay, example, maybe in Middle East, okay, you are not encouraged to show your face. So face recognition is unlikely to be used over there. Right? Okay. Now, based on your student portal, okay, actually you have several systems under iStudent portal. Okay, so literally you must have account on this every system. Therefore, you need to know what is your username and what is your respective password. It's quite troublesome. It's quite tiresome. So the solution is using single sign-on or SSO. In fact, UITM use this. Okay, the reason why reduce the need to memorize password because you only use one username or user ID and one password. It will help an user. From usability point of view, is good. But from security point of view, is bad. Why? Because if you lost your password, means the attacker can access any system that being assigned to you. From security perspective, is not properly secure. Okay, reduce time spent on typing password. Some of the single sign-on module have features like remember me. So when you enter your username, your password will be automatically key in. All right, reducing the password and user management work. So the first two are related to the end user, and the last one is related to system admin. The solution is to use single sign-on module. And for today, we will cover Kerberos. Right? These are the history you can read through. Right? Okay, design. Secure against eavesdropping. Curi dengar. Okay. Right. Okay. When it say no password transmission in clear text, remember, network is open standard protocol. Okay. And it's not encrypted. So when it say clear text mean it doesn't encrypt. So anyone who know what is network protocol can reassemble the password. Okay, reliability. Every use of services require authentication. That's norm because we need to identify the authenticity of the user. Transparency. User only need to key in once, and it will not figure out how it being related to respective system because it being done background. Okay, scalability. Okay, we can have one single sign-on system to cater multiple system. So the process. K at client. Where is my mouse? Oh, here. Normally, one page. Okay, login page with.
Now is 11 o'clock, 9th of October, 2023.
Okay, this page will be provided by single sign-on system. Is called authentication server. Okay, all right. So you enter your username and password. Right? So password will be hash function. What is hash function? Is a method that produce fixed size of output based on variable size of input, like your CRC. Okay, why? Because now we are not passing the password in plain text, in the clear text. We pass it in terms of hash value. Okay, some author say or refer hash function as one-way encryption, one-way cryptography, because you cannot decrypt. All right? For the time being, accept as it is, because after this, we will study the basic of cryptography. All right, next. Okay, the client send user ID. It's not hash function, it's not encrypted, it's in plain text. Okay, for the authentication server, this is the single sign-on server, all right? And then this ID will be checked. The authentication server will verify the existence of this user. Okay, if it's being identified, there are user based on the user ID, all right, it will generate TGS key. Okay, it will generate key. This key will be used to encrypt, for encryption. Okay, this key will be used for encryption. Okay, it will generate a ticket. A ticket mean ticket in this sense mean like a pass. Okay, like a pass that you can use this pass to access system. Okay, now it do encryption. All right, so if A log in, it will generate key. B log in, it will generate another key. C log in, it will generate another unique key. So by having multiple use of keys, it will increase the protections against confidentiality threat. Because now, okay, the attacker need to figure out what is the key to be used. Okay, you will learn this when we learn about key key management. Right? Okay. Now, here, it passed the encrypted password, okay, and then it will compare. Here, it will compare here, and once it been verified, the user actually is valid user, okay, it will create a TS. TS is ticket session. Okay, ticket session to client here. Still encrypted. It means all data that are transferred between client and server is encrypted or hash function, except for user ID. Right? So what the client can do, this particular TS will be sent to every system that being linked with this of the authentication server, all right, and it will verify. Once it being after successfully verified, the user can access the system. That's the the process. The main thing you need to know that there are no plain text transpire or transfer between client and server. Okay, this is your authentication server. This is your app server. This app server might be student information the management system, same. Okay, future, your student accounting system, library, and so forth. Okay, right. Resume means advantage of Kerberos provide secure authentication process in insecure network environment. Okay, based on historical perspective, because internet is actually based on ARPANET. ARPANET is more on the research environment. So normally they are not concerned on security aspect. All right. So now by applying hash function and encryptions, we increase the security of that process. Okay. Kerberos is de facto standard, means all other system, all other app should be able to support it. So not close design, but when it is a de facto standard means there are a lot of system that can be applied this Kerberos. Okay, relatively complex in installation means every single application system, application server must install this component and configure it properly. Right? Again, disadvantage, single point of failure means if our single sign-on server or authentication server is down, we cannot access this. All right. So again, as I said last week, okay, usability and security doesn't go well hand to hand. If we want usability, we have to let go of security. If we want security, we need to let go some part of usability. Okay. All right. This is just a new addition. Okay. Multi-factor authentication or MFA is common now. So what it is, utilizing additional authentication methods to verify user. Not only our standard authentication method like username and password, now we need to apply additional authentication method like OTP, one time transaction PIN. right? Like what happened when we buy, when we want to purchase something from website system. Okay, so what is two-factor authentication? I think I did S over there. 2FA. 2FA means, okay, the verification process that use two different authentication method. All right. 3FA, three factors authentication means it use three. All right. Is there any four? I don't think so. Okay. Based on my reading, 2FA, 3FA, and MFA. All right. So you see here, okay, right. This user, the first authentication method is successful, but okay, it's failed. So it cannot go through the third layer. Here, right? Pass, fail. Pass, pass, pass. You see, this user successfully authenticate himself by all three methods. So that's why it able to access the system. Okay, right? This one also failed although it successfully authenticate himself, but failed, okay, on the third layer. This is example of 3FA. Okay, what are the other authentication method? SMS token. Okay, the user will be acknowledged through SMS the OTP, one time transaction PIN. Okay, if you realize, okay, some use the email token, right? The most secure actually is a hardware token, right? Software token like gacha and so on, right? And then it verify you yourself through a phone call, okay? And then using biometrics technique. Okay, these you can use the combination of these. Okay, but the normal practice is the first one is using password, the second one using SMS token or email token. Why? Okay, all right, due to the personal identity theft. Why? Because so many activity being conducted online now. So there are, since every system are connected to the internet, means the security become weaker. Why? Internet will increase the point of attack. Okay, the attacker can be anywhere. Okay, attacker can be reside in China, in US, in Russia, it doesn't matter. All right. Even our website being defaced, the attacker actually from Indo. Okay. Right. Okay, then a lot of us uh, uh, a lot of service at public like CC, like rural library and so forth. So by having automatic for multi-factor authentication, we can increase the level of security. Okay, right? It takes roughly less than 10 minutes to crack 8 characters password. Okay, we will meet again at 11:30 to cover the access control. Okay, until then, thank you. If you have any question, you can ask me in Telegram. Until then, thank you.